and turn to the front of your hymnal for the unity statement of being. There is one presence and one power in this church, in our lives and in the universe. God, the good, the omnipotent. And the 5 unique principles. Number 1, God is absolute good, everywhere present. Number 2, God lives in us, therefore we are inherently good. Number 3, we are co-creators with God and create our experiences through our thoughts. Number 4, prayer is creative thinking that heightens our connection with God and mind. And number 5, it is not enough to simply know these principles. We must live the truth we know. Please stand to sing the Lord's Prayer.
You are Please be seated. Set intentions. You are now in the causal realm. It is the causal realm that governs the effectual realm. This is where all thoughts have their origins. This is where everything is sourced. Within, in this inner space. This inner space that is immense, vast, limitless. Place for endless exploration and discovery. A place that continues to reveal. It only awaits your interaction with it. Through that interaction, it is ready to take you places that you've never been and show you things that you've never known. It quietly calls to you. Integration. It knows only expansion, abundance, increase. openness. These are the things that this space knows. I invite you to be still and just sit within this still, quiet, and tranquil place that is within, laying everything aside, all thoughts, all worries, all agendas and things that you have planned to do. Just allow what is to express itself to you. These beautiful moments where you make a quiet place, where you renew, where you connect with Source, where you are one with all that there is. For in this space that is within you, there is a limitless and infinite connection to all. I invite you to experience this right here, right now. Know that each moment of now is precious, for it contains infinite potential, infinite opportunities, so many abundant, creative aspects that are right there. Awaiting thought, awaiting the light of your awareness to take you into new directions, new adventures. In the sanctuary, we have gathered today, know that we are creating an energy, a beautiful, peaceful, tranquil energy that you can feel. In this tranquil energy, all questions are answered. All intentions create response and set things in motion. So in this moment of infinite creativity where our minds are joined in this mastermind consciousness that has been created, where we recognize the beautiful faces of God that are right here within this tranquil space. Recognizing our infinite potential, creativity, and opportunities that abound in each and every moment. Know that it is my intention today to bring forth a message yearns for expression. That has not been expressed in this way before. It is my intention that this message create a new understanding and insights, practical awareness of aspects that impact our consciousness subliminally, but we're not even aware of it on a conscious level. In the effort to create new understandings, new opportunities, we can use the information and then take us into whole, entirely new directions. Where we recognize the power of thought and the power of ideas that we sometimes take for granted. Where we realize the dynamics that are constantly expressing themselves. Where we make a conscious choice to be intentional beings, beings of intention. Beings that recognize that they are the captains of their fate. Empowered beings. True creators. So I invite you to join me in that intention. For our minds are always joined. And so I ask you, how would you feel upon experiencing new ideas from new vantage points? From seeing things from new perspectives that give you a whole new way of seeing things. Would you be grateful? Would you be joyful? Well, if so, I invite you to experience that gratitude. Experience that joy right now. Feel the feeling of gratitude. You know how it feels. Feel it now. Feel the feeling of joy. The feeling right there in your solar plexus. Feel it. Expanding energy. Of being joyful. Feel it right now. What we are doing is giving instructions. Instructions to our desired destination. Giving spirit the coordinates. Intention plus feeling equals manifestation. And so it is done, brothers and sisters. It is done. So I invite you to now feel gratitude for that which is done. And so join me in thanking Spirit. For where two or more gather together, all becomes possible. Thank you, Spirit, for answered intention. We are so grateful to come together this Sunday morning and celebrate the face of God. with all these beautiful beings, these beautiful souls in this sanctuary. Thank you so much for all of the abundance that constantly expresses itself, for it's constantly making itself known to us. Constant new insights and new realizations showing us abundance in new areas that we didn't even think possible before. We're truly grateful for your ever-increasing and unceasing flow of good. And so it is. Amen.
My Lord is
Thank you, Natalia. Isn't that beautiful? So the name of my talk is Two Paths, One Decision. Two paths, one decision. You know, I asked my mother to sing that song because fear is a powerful motivator. It causes us to make decisions and choices that without fear we wouldn't normally make. Causes us to see things through a lens and then make decisions based on that lens. And it seems like it makes sense at the time. And it's only until we're not actually in the fear anymore when we actually realize that it's like we were almost like we were in a dream or something, or we were just, our mind was just, we were just confused. And that often happens. And so, you know, it's all about authenticity. You know, we talk about what actually brings meaning and what's really important. There's a lot of things that we can think about that's really important. But if you can't be who you are, you know, then what kind of life is that? If you can't be who you are naturally without having to prove anything, without having to worry about approval or status, or worrying about what people think. You know, if you can't be who you are, what kind of life is that? If you really cannot be you, and so then you have to hide and be what you think is some sort of way that everyone is, or a way that's typical or normal. And see, I try to refrain from using those words, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Because in the book of Luke, chapter 16, verses 13, and it was also in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 24, it says, you cannot serve two masters. And it was referring to God, and it was also referring to the ego. It was talking about mammon. It was reinterpreted to later on to wealth. It said either you will love one and hate the other, or you will adore one and despise the other. But you cannot serve God and mammon. And so, you know, we have ideas of what mammon is, and, you know, even, you know, certain Bibles, even my Bible, you know, that I have, actually interpreted that as wealth, which actually creates a misunderstanding about wealth, and you know, creates this whole, like, where this idea that wealth by itself is something bad or to be demonized, and that's not the case at all, you know. The ancient texts, Aramaic texts, were actually referring to when we obtain a false sense of security from external validation. We obtain a false sense of security from the external, which could be wealth. But it's also, in today's interpretation, that can also be considered status, comfort. It can also be considered conforming, as far as not wanting to stand out, not wanting to shine your light. You see, because everybody has this authentic light to shine. Everyone has it. Everyone has this authentic light, this beautiful light to shine. But oftentimes we don't do it. Because we have all these little checkpoints where we're actually wanting to check and see how we're being looked or being perceived by others and things like that. All these things are dictating our actions. And so, with all these things in the way dictating our actions, how can we truly be who we are? How can we truly express who we're meant to express? Because see, there's only one you. I can't be you. No one can be you but you. You're the only one that can be you. I can only be me. And so, it's like two different gravitational fields, basically. So you have one gravitational field that's calling you. It's constantly calling you. It's not invasive, it's just calling you. You can feel it calling you. There's this something that's calling you. And see, that is your authentic you that's calling you. And see, that's actually talking about basically expressing as God. When you're being that authentic you, that who you are naturally. And then there's another gravitational field that's pulling you. It's pulling you. And that gravitational field is more like a draining, because it's fear-based, it's external oriented, and it shrinks consciousness, where the other one that calls you expands consciousness. So you can engage in either one. But there is one, and see, I'm not here to tell you which one to engage in, because see, that's beyond my pay grade. But I am here to tell you what happens when you engage in what you engage in. Okay? See, we have this idea that being who we are is going to be a sacrifice sometimes. We feel like we're going to sacrifice. Like there's something that we're going to lose. Maybe we think we're going to lose our friends. If they see who we really are inside, if they see some of the things, the areas that we sometimes explore and things like that, and maybe they don't, we feel like they don't get us, they don't understand us, and so we feel this whole separation from our people. And so instead of just basically just expressing who we are anyway, because guess what? Bottom line is, the bottom line is if you really love me, if you're my friend, then you're going to be with me exactly as I am.
Come on.
Yes. And so, but we don't test that narrative. We don't test it. And so we end up dimming that light. We end up, changing things. We end up compromising ourselves. We end up being, and sometimes we, if we really, go down that rabbit hole, sometimes we don't even know who we are. But then we have all of our friends at that point. We have all the people that like us at that point, but we really don't even know who we are now. So on the external, it seems like everything is good. We're all good and everything, but on the inside, we're really unhappy. Our brothers and sisters in the LGBTQ community, there's a saying that, was really attributed to them as far as coming out of the closets and things like that, but that's not just for the LGBTQ community, Many of us are in closets, Many of us are afraid to be who we are, afraid about what people would think, what people would say. And so we just stay in that closet until staying in that closet either becomes unbearable or we get used to it. One or the other. So that's what this talk is about. Because serving God is being who you really are. You want to know what serving God is? It's being who you are. It's being how you were created already. Regardless of whether it's popular. Regardless of how people think. And if you're willing to actually follow that, and regardless of what people do and how people react to it, to where's this person coming from? The bottom line is, serving God as being who you are, exactly as you are. So, or you can serve mammon, which is really basically the collective ego. And you can be how you think you're supposed to be. In the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2, our brother Paul, he talked about do not conform to this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind so that you may be able to discern the will of the Spirit, what is good, what is acceptable, what is perfect. So you may be able to discern these things. You see, Paul understood this. And see, this, in other words, this isn't anything new. This isn't anything new. They were going through that in first century Palestine. They're probably going through that back in the day of Moses. Who knows? You know? It's part of the human condition. It's an ancient human condition. And I can't really say where it all started. I really can't get into it. Well, maybe I can, you know, but at the same time, I don't have time in a 20-minute talk. But at the same time, it's all about what we can do with it now. I don't know what you've done with your life. I don't know if you've lived your life authentically. I don't know if you've lived your life inauthentically. I don't know if you've lived your life free and not being in the closet. I don't really know if you've lived your life in the closet. I don't know. I'm just here to tell you what happens when you do what you do. And that there's a greater light that's calling you. And you're not sacrificing anything. There's nothing being sacrificed. Where you're initially, see, when you're in that thought paradigm of mammon, when you're in it, everything looks like a sacrifice at that point. Because all these external validation points, you know, you think that they're going to be threatened. But that's not the case at all. It's all an illusion. It's all appearances. That's all it is. And if you stay in that whole realm, that whole framework of appearances, it's all going to miss you. And there's beautiful aspects, things that, you know, things about you. Beautiful things about you. And an authentic light that you actually have, yourself, yourself. Something that you bring, an equation that you bring to the table that doesn't get expressed. To me, that's a tragedy. That's a huge tragedy. But I'm not going to leave you hanging there, because I'm going to tell you that there's a couple of things, and if you don't take anything else, I'm going to give you this one thing. I'm going to kind of focus on this, you know, just to kind of change or shift your way you're thinking. One of the biggest tools of mammon, of this egoic thought system, of this status quo system that kind of, we have this pull that wants to keep us like, you know, hiding, is the word normal. Normal. You see, that's completely opposite of an authentic being. See, it's like, it's diametrically opposed to an authentic being. Normal and authentic being is just, no, they don't connect at all, whatsoever. But this word has been ingrained into our consciousness, and it actually dictates conformity. It actually dictates so many things. It's an ambiguous term, you see? So we really don't know what it is, so we begin to model ourselves after what we think is normal, after behaviors and things like that we think is normal. Maybe we see it on TV and stuff like that. We begin to model ourselves and not be who we are, but we begin to model who we think falls within this ambiguous term of normal. Okay? And so let me just say this to everyone. No one is normal. No one. It's time to free ourselves from dictated words, or the words of dictators and tyrants. That's a tyrannical word. Normal. Okay? Who has the authority to even dictate what normal is? Who has the authority to proclaim to an entire world, okay, this is normal, and if you do not fall within this particular range, what is that? An authentic being? No. Not at all. I hope you follow where I'm getting with this. And see, you know, we've been indoctrinated into this type of thinking. The opposite of normal would be abnormal, which is really more like an authentic being. We've demonized that word. Okay? We've demonized it. So I want you to at least look at that, at least look at the whole matrix as far as at least seeing what you've been indoctrinated into. And this is only one example I'm giving you. I'm just giving you this one example so that you can at least look at this one example and then begin to explore it and see where it takes you. And then begin to free yourself. To free yourself from these words that we're subscribed to that keep us in these boxes and in these closets. Not being who we are, not expressing how we are meant to express, but expressing in this range of what we did, this ambiguous range of what we think we're supposed to be. For fear of being outcast and things like that. Let me tell you, I don't even want to be welcome in a society that doesn't accept me for being me. I don't. But understand that I go to myself now. I go to my inner, and that's where the strength is. That's where your power is. I go to my inner. Yeah, I still have the pull in the outer too. I have the pull in the outer. I can know myself. I can know what some of the things that are about me. Yeah, okay, I know. I still have some of that pull from the outer. So I have to know this and focus even that much more on the inner. And get my confirmation, not validation, confirmation from the inner. And so when people tell me, this is exactly what this meant for me. Thank you so much, Reverend Fleming, for blah, 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 blah. I don't take any credit for that. No. That's just feeding into that whole validation type thing. No, I tell them, thank you for the confirmation from Spirit. Because I didn't have anything to do with your learning thing. I didn't have anything to do with how you interpret it. I don't have anything to do with that. I am simply expressing. I didn't have anything to do with you coming here. Okay? I didn't have anything to do with that. So I trust in the power, a greater power, that takes care of all of that. So I don't take credit for any of that stuff. To feed my ego or something like that. And have some sort of external validation, ego candy. No. But I'll just give you that one word to take a look at, that word normal. Take a look at that word. And I invite you to reject that word. You can't be normal. That's like a unicorn. Or a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow or something. It is impossible for an authentic being to be in this conforming type of normal, whatever this word is supposed to be as far as conformity, as far as to be in this particular range of whatever it's supposed to be. And that only goes for you, but that also goes for anything that you create. A painting, a song, whatever. Anything that you create is authentic because you created it. It is authentic. It is just as authentic as you are. And therefore, it is incomparable. You cannot classify it, you cannot categorize it. And so it's important to actually recognize these things and reject these programmings so that you can actually see yourself from a new lens and begin to appreciate what you bring to the table and begin to explore what does being truly authentic and expressing myself as I meant to express myself, what does that look like? Without fear of what people think. I invite you to step out of your comfort zones. Try things. I wrote a paper about this one time in seminary. And I said, I thought I was talking about things that people would never do, okay? Because they have this whole conforming type of attitude in society. Like, get on the elevator and start singing. Or face backwards, everybody's facing forward, they face backwards and look at everybody, These are things that people would never really do. Try it. And I only say that just to free yourself. Just to create a little bit of freedom. Just to pull away from that whole pull that just has you just doing whatever everybody else does. You're not meant to do everything that everybody else does. So, but I can promise you that I don't know where this is going to take you, because everybody's unique, and so everybody's journey is going to be unique as well. Everyone's journey is going to be unique. I look forward to hearing what you have to share with me. I would love to hear what you have to share with me. But what I do know is that you will begin to see life from a whole new lens, a whole new perspective. You will be free. You will literally be free. And then you may even begin to look at other areas where you can be free as well. Because that little whole idea of this was that I said about normal and stuff like that, that's only one thing. There's an entire framework of things that we have, that we've been indoctrinated into, that demand our allegiance in what we call society. These are all social constructs. I invite you to challenge these social constructs. Challenge them all. Every single one of them. As long as you are not hurting anybody and harming anybody, challenge these social constructs and set yourself free. So, everybody with me? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I got an affirmation for everybody. Everybody repeat after me. I walk the path of truth.
I walk the path of truth.
I serve only the source within me.
I serve only the source within me.
No illusion can define my worth.
No illusion can define my worth.
No false light can pull me from my center.
No false light can pull me from my center.
I am guided by spirit, not by fear.
I am guided by spirit, not by fear.
I am not here to fit in.
I am not here to fit in.
I am here to shine forth.
I am here to shine forth.
Today I choose alignment.
Today I choose alignment.
Today I choose God.
Today I choose God.
Brothers and sisters, you go and be that light that your Father, Mother, God intended for you to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Fleming. Thank you for planting that seed. All right, it is time for our tithes and offerings. An abundance blessing. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, it is so now. announcements. Electronic giving is at the front desk in the lobby. You can scan the QR code. Copies of today's service are available on CD at the front desk. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and like us on Facebook. Next Sunday, November 9th, Swami Sankarananda will be facilitating our Sunday message. See Thursday's newsletter for more details. On Saturday the 15th, there will be a free art journaling class that will be meeting in the family room at 12:30. See Thursday's newsletter for more details. Also, on Saturday the 15th at 3 p.m., Jack Fontana will be facilitating a breath workshop. There is special pricing for members, and you can see Thursday's newsletter for more details. This Thursday, the 20th, our Compassionate Healing Grief Support Group will be meeting upstairs in the main building. See the newsletter for more details. Are there any new visitors here today that would like to introduce themselves?
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm visiting from Oakland, California, and love the building, love the message. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Charles, and I am from Fort Pierce, Florida, where I'm active in Unity there. It's nice to hear the schedule of events for this weekend and ongoing weeks because I'm moving to New Orleans.
Hello there. I'm Omar. It's my first time here. I'm also new to New Orleans, but I've been living here for a few months. It's just kind of laying low over the summer, and now I'm getting out and about a little bit more.
Please. Yes.
Donald Natchin and my husband Tim. I'm from Gulfport, Mississippi. We're not strangers to this Unity Church. Harriet Stafford was part of our world for a long time.
Welcome everyone. Please stop and say hello to Reverend Fleming on your way out. Prayer chaplains are available after the service. Our chaplains will participate with you in prayer and in total confidentiality. They'll be here in front of the altar. Please honor the sacred space in the sanctuary and reserve any after-service conversations and fellowship for the lobby or the family room. My name is Kristen. I serve here at Unity by platform speaking. I'm also facilitate the community luncheons, and I'm also a wellness liaison for people as well. So if anyone else is interested in any of those things or any other service with the church, please see me after the service. And now our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God